out of the shower. So the adventure that I'm going to discuss today was my day that I had yesterday, because that was pretty interesting. So yesterday, one of my roommates and I were planning on going up to Lake Tahoe after she got out of class, but there was severe thunderstorms, so we didn't go to the lake. So instead, we decided to make some enchiladas because my roommate had found a fun recipe on Pinterest. So I went with her to the store because she was getting some ingredients and I wanted to pick up a couple things. And we decided that we were also going to try to make some coronaritas because that sounded fun and delicious to go with our enchiladas. By the time I got to the register, all I ended up buying was a gallon of milk and a 6-pack of Corona. And so I was standing there in line. I was next to pay. And this old lady and her probably grandson or something walks up behind me. And the little boy starts trying to set his things down on the counter. And the grandma pulls him back. She was like, "No, hold on to me. It's not our turn yet. Can't you see there's someone in front of us? They're trying to buy some milk and some beer. We need to wait." And I could just hear the judgment in her voice. And I was just like, "Hey, Grams, thanks for making me feel guilty about my decisions." So we bought everything, got home, started making some enchiladas, made some delicious pina coladas to enjoy before the food was done. Then one of my other roommate's boyfriends came over. He made us some delicious coronaritas, and we sat down and enjoyed our enchiladas, which were fantastic. BT dubs. And then we all sat in the living room and watched Family Feud and other ridiculous game shows and just had a really fun time hanging out. And then at one point, it was later in the evening, this infomercial came on for a book called like 10,001 Easy Solutions for Everyday Tasks or something like that. And all the examples that they were showing were so cool. And I look over at all my roommates and we're just in awe of how fun this book seemed. Call now and we'll give you not just one, but 2 copies of this book. Valued at $39.99. We'll give it to you at a great deal. Not $29.99, not $19.99, but $10. And I thought, this is something that I have to have. So I pulled out my phone and dialed the phone number right as one of my other roommates across the room was asking why nobody had called yet. But I was on it. And they were all laughing at me. They didn't think that I seriously was going to buy this book. Oh, but I was dead serious. The shipping and handling fees were out of this world, but I didn't care because I needed these books. I was given my information. When it came time, I pulled out my credit card, and that's when my roommates realized how serious I was. So they were trying to take my credit card away from me and talk me out of it, but I was having none of that. At one point, they finally got my card away from me, but luckily for me, I buy enough things online that I have that memorized. But because I wasn't in the most sober state of mind, I kept putting in the numbers wrong, so I had to keep starting over. And then finally, I got the number incorrectly and gave the expiration date, and then you have to get the little security code on the back, and I messed that up. And so it said my card was declined, and then I was just tired of it. I wasn't going to try again. So I took that as a sign and gave up. But I'm still fairly upset that it didn't actually happen because ever since I turned 18 and was legally old enough to buy something from an infomercial on TV, I've wanted to do so. I knew that I wouldn't fully be alive until I got to make one of those purchases. And I was so close this time. I was so close. At the same time, it was still so far away. One of these days, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make my purchase. I'm gonna pay my outrageous shipping and handling fees. And my dreams will come true. That was my adventure that I had yesterday. Bye.